Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. Welcome back to our game relive replay of the best night ever in baseball history. We're looking at September 28th, 2011. Hopefully you got a chance to watch our previous episode where we relived the Cardinals and the Astros, where the Cardinals were able to hold serve there in Baseball Mogul 2016 edition. Today we're going to be reliving and replaying the New York Yankees at the Tampa Bay Rays. Of course, we're talking about epic game 162 on this day. Of course, hopefully you watched our intro video on the setup for the importance of all of these events that happened on this day. But in case you missed that, just a quick recap. Tampa Bay needs to win this game and also hope and pray that the Baltimore Orioles can defeat the Boston Red Sox. If the Red Sox lose and Tampa Bay wins, then they're in the playoffs. If if Boston wins, they're in. So, first thing first, we need Tampa Bay to survive against the New York Yankees. So we're going to be using Digital Diamond Baseball here. Wonderful little baseball simulation program. Highly recommend it for all of its content and free downloads, all kinds of ability to replay and look at different situations. One of the cool aspects of this game is it'll actually uses the actual schedule and actually will simulate exactly the players' lineup for that day. So you can see here, these are the players that had played. The starting pitcher, David Price, and the New York Tampa Bay Rays lineup there. And so quickly just able to simulate the season, obviously to game number 162. Now we're ready to just play the game, and it will load it up as played, so we don't have to worry about trying to adjust anything. So that's a quick time saver there if you're looking to replay games that are actually have the lineups and the starting pitchers and everything from each of the games, as well as the actual schedule from that season. So ended up downloading the 2011 season here in Baseball Diamond Digital Baseball, and imported that in and was able to simulate up to the final game 162. So let's do a live recap of what happened on that day, and then we'll relive and replay it.
Evan Longoria and the Rays entering the final night of the season, tied with the Red Sox for the AL wildcard lead, going up against the Yankees team that brought most of its starters to the table. Top two, bases loaded for Mark Teixeira, and that is a grand slam. Comes off David Price, 5-0 Yankees. In the fourth, Teixeira strikes again, a solo shot. Price would get roughed up on this night. He gives up 6 runs, 5 earned in 4 innings. The Yankees would actually have a 7-0 lead in the 8th inning. Go to that 8th inning. It's now 7-3, and Evan Longoria with the 3-run blast to cap a 6-run inning, number 30 for Longoria. We get a ball game at 7-6. Bottom 9, the Rays down to their last strike. It's Corey Wade, pinch hitter Dan Johnson at the dish.
The 2-2 again. Johnson hits it down to right field line. That ball's going to be fair and gone. And he lines a pinch hit home run to tie this game in the bottom of the 9th inning here against New York.
Johnson was hitting 108 going into that at bat. So we go to extras. We're at the top of the 12th. Runners are the corners, nobody out. And Jorge Posada goes to third. Longoria catches Greg Golson. What a play by Longoria to get the out. Then later in the inning with 2 down, Brett Gardner grounds to second, and the Rays get out of a jam. Bottom of the inning, some good news from Baltimore. The Orioles make up a 3-2 9th inning deficit to walk off against the Red Sox. And just minutes after the crowd finds out, Longoria strikes.
2-2 and a line shot down the left field line. That ball, it's gone! And the Rays win it! A line drive home run by Evan Longoria. And the Rays storm the field. It's an 8-7 final on Longoria's second home run of the night. The Rays win it on the home run by Longoria. And there's some celebrating going on here.
One of the most memorable finales in regular season baseball history. The Rays win it 8-7, and they are your AL wild card team. So now it's on to Texas, where the Rays will play Game 1 of the ALDS against the Rangers on Friday.
All right, and there you see what happened in real life. Now it's time to simulate it in digital diamond baseball and see somehow, some way, if we can get Tampa Bay to defeat the Yankees and put the pressure on Boston to win their game against Baltimore. So let's get it going, and we are about to play. Yep, let's do it. So let's zoom in a little bit here on the ball diamond. There we go. That looks fine. All right, so for the starting lineups today, we can go to the lineups here. We have Derek Jeter, of course, Curtis Granderson, Mark Teixeira, who you saw in the highlights, hit 2 home runs, one of them being a Grand Slam home run, Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, Andrew Jones, Jesus Montero, Edward Nunez, Brandon Laird. And you can see the Yankees came to play. They didn't put all their rookies in. They weren't trying to rest anybody. They came to play, which is one of the good things. They're going up against David Price for the Tampa Bay Rays. We can look at their lineup as well. Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, Evan Longoria, of course, who hit the 3-run bomb in the 8th inning, and then, of course, ended up winning the game with his walk-off home run. Matthew Joyce, Johnny Damon, Ben Zobrist, Casey Kotzman, Kelly Stoppich, and Reed. Oh boy, how do you say his name? Good old Reed Big Nick. We'll call him Big Nick. There we go. Or we'll just call him Reed. How's that? All right, so here we go. So first up, David Price on the mound today. It is played in Tampa Bay, as you saw all the fans going crazy there. Derek Jeter. Let's find out what happens. Let's start this game up. See, I even got photographs of the players here, so we can see them. Obviously, photograph here is from David Price's Boston outfit there. But anyways, let's pitch it up and see what happens here. Longoria with the first play of the day. Over to first, Jeter is out. All right, stepping in is Curtis Granderson. Still playing today. Obviously playing with the Mets, though. I was just watching a game, and he ended up hitting a pop fly to center field here. Let's see if he does that in our game. 480, nope, hit it to shortstop. And 2 away here in the top inning. Teixeira digs in. And another play by Longoria, and 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the first. All right, so it looks like Dylan Betrances is pitching today for the Yankees. He'll be facing Desmond Jennings. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called, 1 out. Now we have B.J. Upton. He swings and misses as well. And Dylan Betances there is 2 for 2 with strikeouts. We got a pop fly here into center field. Longoria hits it to Granderson for the third out. And after 1 inning, we got nothing, no score. All right, Robinson Cano steps in against David Price. And he strikes out as well. So lots of low rolls going on right now. Not a lot of offensive abilities. Nick Swisher. He hits it to shortstop for the out. 2 outs. And Andrew Jones steps in, batting .222, 10 home runs. He cranked one out into center field, but Upton's there for the out. And after 1.5, no score here in Tropicana Field. Actually, where I work, I have a parking garage, and I have to go up to the 8th floor of the parking garage to enter into my building. And from the 8th floor of my building, the parking garage, I can actually see the top of Tropicana Field, so where this game was played. Anyways, just a little side note there. Matthew Joyce steps in. Ooh, he cranked one. It's going to be a single. No, a double. Double into center field there. Nobody out. We have Johnny Damon stepping in. Nobody out. Let's just swing away. Nope, this time you hit it to Granderson in center field. Damon is out. 1 out. Joyce is on second still. Hit it into Swisher into right field there. Subris is out. Can we tag up and get over to third base? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, 2 outs now. Ooh, that's going to be a hit. That's going to be a... Would I like the runner to attempt an extra base? Yes. Ooh. Montero can't hold the ball. He's safe. 8:30 to 8:57, so just under what we needed there. But yep, and Tampa Bay's on the board first here in the bottom of the second, 1-0. Still 2 outs. Kochman there is on second base. Kelly Stoppage is up to bat. Ooh, 9:17. That's another hit. That's going to be a single. And we got first and third with only 1 out. Shortstop, Reed. Brignac coming up. Lefty versus righty. So maybe that'll give us an advantage. The pitch, 640. Not going to be good enough. Hit it to Jones in left field for the out. But Tampa Bay does strike first. 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Let's see if David Price can continue his work. That one's going to be a base hit. And he got himself a double. Nobody out. All right, Eduardo Nunez. Ooh, 877. That's now going to be another single, I believe. It is. And we have us. Let's see what happened there. Let's just expand it so I can. Line drive to left field. Nunez will stop at first. Runner will take an extra base. Montero scores from second. We got us a tie ball game. Well, there you go. 1-1. And the Yankees come right back in the top of the third here. Nobody out still. Throws into the outfield. Error on Stoppage, and Nunez advances to third on the wild throw as he was trying to pick him off on the steal. So we got Nunez on third with nobody out. Hit to Zubris there. Throw to Kochman for the out. Nunez scores from third. New York takes the lead 2-1. And back up to the top of the order here. Jeter. He swings and misses. That's 2 outs. And Curtis Granderson swings and misses, striked out. So after a little bobble there by David Price, he comes back and strikes out the last 2 outs of the inning. But the Yankees take the lead here 2-1 after 2.5 innings. That one's hit to center field, but Granderson gets under it for the out. B.J. Upton, 0 for 1 today. 609, that's going to be a ball to Jeter for the out. Longoria's 0 for 1 today. 524, that's going to be a pop-up to Jones in left field. And nothing going after 3 innings. Yankees 2, Tampa Bay 1. Teixeira steps in. 267, pop fly to right field. Joyce makes the out. Robinson Cano, lefty. Ooh, 710. Oh, just barely an out. That was a hard play for Jennings, but he made it. Makes the catch. It was, I think that was a roll of 710. 716 was what he needed for a walk. So 2 outs. Ooh, 938. That's going to be a good one. A double by Swisher. All right, Andrew Jones steps in. Yankees up 2-1. And he hits a pop fly to left field for the out. So no damage done. Yankees did get a hit. But after 3.5, they're up 2-1. Let's see if Tampa Bay's offense can get untracked here. Matthew Joyce swings and misses. That's 112 strikeouts for Joyce so far this season. Johnny Damon, 501. That's going to be an out to Teixeira at first base. And Ben Zobrist 0 for 1 today. He also hits it down the first base line. Teixeira makes an easy play, and Zobrist is out. So after 4 complete, 2-1 Yankees. David Price still on the mound. And still striking people out as Montero, the catcher for the Yankees, swings and misses. Eduardo Nunez, batting 291 in our replay here, which is far better than he did in real life. Had less home runs, but more RBIs. He had actually 38 RBIs in our replay. In real life, he had no RBIs. So let's see if we can get Eduardo Nunez to fly out, which he does. Hopefully there is no error. And looks like that's a 1-2-3 inning. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that the only second out? Sorry. I thought that was the third one. Well, I guess we're going to have to let Brandon Lord hit there, and he hits it to right field for the out. All right. So far, close game. Every at-bat can spell disaster there. He rolls a 0-0-2. He swings at a very bad pitch and misses horribly. 1 out. And Kelly Stoppich, he also swings and misses. All right, Reed Brignac steps in. Ooh, 997. Oh, it's almost a home run. He needed a 999. Yep. But gets a triple out of it. And shortstop. Too bad there was an error on the play. We could have got us a run there. But big play here for Desmond Jennings. Averaging 274 on the season. Again, a little bit better than he did in real life. More home runs, 13 as opposed to 10. And 38 RBIs as opposed to 0. Stolen bases. Strikeouts, 56. So he struck out about as much. And a base on balls, so it looks like he walked a little bit more than he did. But he's 0 for 2 today. He's in a big spot here. 746. That's going to be a base on balls. So first and third for B.J. Upton, center fieldman. 0 for 2 today, batting 242. 23 home runs, 88 batted in. Ugh. And he hits it to first for the out. Wait, no. Teixeira dropped the ball. They rolled a 0-0-4, which is less than 17. So there was a 0.17 chance that he makes an error, and they rolled a 0-0-4, even though it doesn't show all the zeros, because they're basically rolling from 0-0-0. So think of it as 3 10-sided dice. So the first dice is the ones, the second dice is the tens, and the third dice would be the hundreds. So they're basically rolling 0-0-0 through 999, as you can see here, 0-0-0 all the way up to 999. And so when he has a 17, that's basically a 0-1-7. So they have to roll less than that. In this case, they rolled a 0-0-4. So with the error on Teixeira, he gets on board, and Tampa Bay scores it, which ties the ball game up here at the bottom of the fifth. Still 2 on, 2 outs. Evan Longoria, only batting .229 in our replay, which is less than he did in real life. Hit about the same number of home runs, 33 as opposed to 31. And striked out 110 times, a little bit more than he did in real life. Let's see if he can actually get that 3-run home run just like he did in the 8th inning of the real life game. That would be awesome. So we actually need to roll a 953 to 999. So 953 or higher would be a home run. Nope, 365. That's going to just be a lazy out to shortstop, assuming they don't make their error rating, which he didn't. And we got us a tie ball game going in the 6th inning. All right, David Price still on the hill. 782. That's going to be a single into right field there. Derek Jeter's on. Curtis Granderson 0 for 2 today. Jeter's on first. He has a huge lead and is picked off. No, I'm sorry. Steals the base successfully. Got a little ahead of myself. So Jeter steals second with nobody out. That's 2 steals on us today. But Granderson, 0 for 2 today, strikes out. Make that 0 for 3 today. Paints the black with that pitch. So Jeter on second with 1 out. And he looks to run again, but this time he didn't roll low enough. He'll have to stay put. So runner goes. Hit to shortstop. Throws to Kochman for the out. Jeter advances to third. So 2 outs. Jeter is on third. Robinson Cano, 0 for 2 today. We need anything less than a 716. 641. That should be an out, assuming Jennings doesn't make an error, which he doesn't. So Cano is out, and Tampa Bay survives that inning. Whew. All right, after 5.5, 2-2 ball game here. Another great pitch and a strikeout. So that is strikeout number 6 for Betances, and 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. Johnny Damon, though, former Yankee, he 0-0-3, so he swung at a very, very bad pitch. Obviously, if you're on offense, you want to roll really, really high, so those really roll numbers are bad. So when you roll a 0-0-3, that was like not very good. Ben Zobrist steps in. He is 0 for 2 today. Let's see if he can finally get on base. Nope. Hits it over to Jones for the out. Each team made an error so far. 2 outs, and that makes the third out there. So after 6, we got an exact same lineup here. 2 runs and 4 hits and an error for New York. 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Tampa Bay. So top of 7. David Price hopefully still pitches strong. 142, strike 3 called. And Andrew Jones. And it looks like they're going to pitch hit for him. So Brett Gardner, lefty here against lefty. They brought a lefty in against Price. That's interesting. Well, let's see how he does. 2-11. Well, he struck out. David Price today with his 7th strikeout. Montero steps in. 836. That's going to be bad. 836 is going to be... Oh, it's only a single, though. So Montero's on first. Nunez can't get a good lead, so he's going to have to stay put. No stealing on us this time. And 083 strikes out Nunez. 8 strikeouts for Pierce. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Pierce, but it should be David Price. Obviously, I know his name. Obviously, we got the 7th inning stretch coming in, and it looks like Betances here is got the red border, means he's tired. So we will let him stay in and hopefully able to get some hits off him while he's tired here. But Kochman hits it to center field for the out. All right, Kelly stoppage. Oh, 803. Walked him on a pitch up and in. All right, so do we want to try and steal that run over? Well, let's take a look at stoppage. Can we look at his information? I think we can. Here we go. But steal 054. So he's got it basically as 54.1% chance, minus of course the pitcher and the throwing arm. Only 1 out. We had a triple from Reed last time. 1 for 2 today. Let's go ahead and just... This could be... Alright, just swing. I was hoping he would get that nice play, but didn't look like it happened. 2 outs now. Jennings steps in. 0 for 2 today. Let's steal. Nope, can't get a good lead, so he's going to stay right there. Ooh, 583. Or 853, I'm sorry. 79. Yes, go, baby, go. And first to third goes stoppage. Jennings with the single. Runners are on the corner here with 2 outs. BJ Umpton's 0 for 3 today. Alright, we're going to let him go. Come on. 0-52 for a strikeout. And the Yankees get out of the inning. So things are getting tight here in the 8th inning here. We're still 2-2 ball game. They're going to their bench, and Alex Rodriguez steps in against David Price. 541, he hits it to Zubris, over to Kochman for the out. Derek Jeter steps in. He hits it to Longoria, who throws to Kochman for the out. 2 outs. Granderson, 0 for 3 today, and Seal walk aboard. So he's aboard. He's going to probably try to steal here. Or maybe they might let Teixeira hit. Let's see. Price is keeping a close eye on Granderson. He'll have to stay put. Oh, yeah. 087. Big strikeout there for David Price. Ooh, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Betances is still tired. Hopefully, Longoria can make him pay for that here in the 8th inning. This is, if you watched our replay here in the beginning, Yankees had a 7-0 lead going in the 8th inning, and Tampa Bay was able to get 6 big runs. So hopefully we can duplicate that for you today. But nope, Longoria is called out on strikes. 1 out. Come on, Matthew Joyce. 700. Is that going to be a walk? It is going to be a walk. Steal. And we got it. Joyce has a huge lead. Joyce is off. The pitch is in the dirt, and he swipes the bag. Yes. All right, so we got a man in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Johnny Damon, 0 for 3 today. Come on, Johnny. No. Strikes out again. That's 10 strikes out. And even though he's tired. All right, so it's all up to Ben Zobrist here. He's a switch hitter, second baseman. Come on, 478. That's not going to be high enough. That's an out. Center field. And we go into the 9th inning tied up 2-2. Is it going to go extra innings? We shall see. David Price is now tired. So let's look at their lineup. They have a lefty, a switchy, and a lefty. I think we're going to keep Price in to face the lefty. All right, that's an easy pop fly to right field and an out. Now we have the switch hitter coming up, Nick Swisher. And we have another lefty. So if we can get through this switch hitter, maybe Price could face... Does it actually tell me here how many... let's just see if we can... Yes! Alright, so we got through Swisher. Shoo! 10 strikeouts for Price today. And he's given it everything he's got. Everything he's got. Ultimate here. Another lefty. Let's see if we can get the lefty out. And Martinez comes in, the righty. Alright. Hits it out to Joyce. Come on, make the catch. He does. Alright, so we got through 8 with David Price. I'm sorry, we got through 9 with David Price. So, bottom of the 9th. It's do or die for the home team. Put on your rally caps. And folks, that was actually in the game. That is not me doing that. So, all right. So we have Casey Kotzman. Can we get a walk-off and send Tampa Bay? No. He hits it to first for the easy out to Shera. All right. Let's see where we are in our lineup here. We're in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters. All right, come on, guys. Nope, another strikeout. It's 11 Ks. Come on. Reed, he only hits a home run, very, very small chance. He's got to roll 997, 999, so probably not going to get a walk-off home run, but if he can get on base. Oh, he did get on base. What did he get? He got us just a single. All right. Dave Jennings here. Desmond Jennings, sorry. What are we going to do? He's a righty, but... Let's see what we have on our bench here. We got a couple lefties. Got a couple switch hitters. Do we have Dan Johnson? But he only plays first base and third base and DH. So we'd have to make, if he comes in to pinch hit, he'd be coming in for Jennings, who is left field. So, who's up after Jennings? Let's look at our lineup here. B.J. Upton, he's center field, third base. Alright, I think we'll just go ahead and let him swing and see what he can do for us. 781, that might be good. Let's see. Oh, no. You're giving me this tough decision now. Would I like to send first to third on an extra base? No. No, we'll just keep him on second. That brings up Upton here. B.J. Upton. Alright, strategy time now. Center fieldman. B.J. Upton. Hit with righty versus righty. If we could bring in a lefty or a switch hitter, maybe. We got, oops, get out of the way here. Sam Flood. He plays center field. He's the lefty. We have Elliot Johnson, and he plays center field as well. 0 for 4 today. He's got a little bit of power. He's hit 23 home runs. Let's try a hit and run. That way, if he does get a hit, nah, we'll just play it safe. We'll go with the swing. Ooh, 806. That might be. It is. It's into left field. Golson can't grab it. Gets it off the bounce. They're sending the runner home from third. He comes. He is safe at home. And Tampa Bay walks off this game 3-2. As Dave Jennings comes in to score. Game over. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. So there it is. Upton steps up their plate. I'm sorry, Bagnock was on second. Jennings was on first. Taking his time with the pitch. Line drive into left field. Golson can't get there in time. It's a base hit. The runner takes an extra base. And, of course, we had to make our roll to make sure he gets home. Bagnock scores from second. Jennings advances to third. And Tampa Bay out in front 3-2. Game over. Final score, Tampa Bay 3, New York 2. And what an exciting game for game 162 in our series here of reliving and replaying the best night ever in Major League Baseball. Of course, we're talking about September 28th, 2011. Of course, hopefully you watched our intro video onto this epic night of baseball and reliving each of the different games. So, Tampa Bay comes from behind. Oh, actually, yes, they did come from behind because they were down 2-1. Scoring a run in the fifth and then one in the bottom of the ninth to walk off. And now they wait to find out if Boston can defeat Baltimore. If Boston loses, the Rays are in. If Boston wins, they're in. So, exciting, interesting game here, using real-life players, the real lineup of what happened. And fortunately for us, it didn't quite turn out to come back from a 7-0 deficit like they did in real life. Of course, we can't simulate all of that here in the game. All we can do is try to do the best we can, and hopefully it'll be a good game, an interesting game, a fun game to watch for you guys. And hopefully, just like in real life, Tampa Bay has an exciting conclusion to it and are able to win in their last at-bats. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comments below. And we'll see you in the next episode where we're going to look at Atlanta and Philadelphia. So as you watched previously, hopefully you watched the other episode where the Cardinals were able to defeat the Astros. Another close game, actually, a very close game. But they ended up winning, beating the Astros, and now it comes up to Atlanta versus Philadelphia. If Atlanta wins, they're in. If they lose, the Cardinals advance. So we'll look for that episode to come soon, folks. Thank you so much. See you next time.